Hey guys, it's time for another podcast. Swanee and Cookie here. As all the Battlefrontians out there know, the Double XP weekend that was planned for this weekend has been canceled due to an unforeseen error, as yet again, the developer's not getting it done. I think is the safest thing I could ever say. So Swanee, I guess to an extent it feels like beating a dead horse, but this just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. And now something as simple, or I would think as simple as doing a double XP weekend, not even that can happen. Not to mention we're still waiting for the hotfix. I'm not even sure what question to ask you here other than to just say, can it get worse than where Battlefront 2 is at right now?
You know, I don't think it can.
That's
I don't
a good
think
question.
it can. The only thing they
worse?
can do to make it worse is turning off the game servers. Is basically all they can do.
Is that worse at this point? Isn't that just merciful?
That's a good point. You know, I don't think they can get worse. And a lot of people are like, well, why do you guys keep talking about this game? And why do you keep coming back to this game? And we are beating a dead horse. And, I mean, it's pretty obvious. Like, we love Star Wars. Like, that's our favorite, one of our favorite franchises.
This game.
And this is one of the only Star Wars games that there currently is. So, I mean, it's not like they just poop out Star Wars games every year like they do Call of Duty. So, I mean, this is the go-to Star Wars game. And this is the only Star Wars game until next fall. And there's just been so many promises for this game, and they just haven't come through time and time and time again. And there's still people that are holding on to hope, and they're, I mean, I don't think it matters at this point.
I think, like, to an extent, I even think that, I wouldn't say we're holding out hope, because both of us, I think, would bet all the money we've ever owned that we're going to keep getting disappointed by EA and DICE. However, I think somewhere deep inside our minds and our souls, we're still rooting for this game to fix itself and be decent. We do actually want this game to succeed. We're not hoping that over and over again they keep screwing up. But we're going to keep pointing it out, and they screwed up big time again. This is a very simple thing to do. A double XP weekend, which we've said forever, why are they not doing this? And then they finally did one in May. And they had one planned for July, which was one of the only things in the roadmap that I'm like, well, at least that's
they had two planned for July.
Yeah, two planned for July.
Yeah, they had the first one.
And they did the one. And then this one gets canceled. But
remember, they had the one going on while the game was broken.
Yes.
And the game hasn't been fixed yet. And then they, I guess, canceled this one. And they did a really horrible job of telling people about it too.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, when Ben's not around, he's on vacation, so apparently no one else knows how to communicate to the community. When Ben's not here, we just don't get the messages.
Which is a completely different topic, but it's related.
Yeah.
I mean, is Ben the only one that knows how to use a computer? Like, I guess Ben just went on vacation and took everyone that works on this game with him because. Like, what the hell are they doing? What are they doing?
Who is still working on this game? Are there anyone there?
I don't know. They must not.
Here's a good one. Like you said, they did the first double XP weekend with the game in a broken state. What was so bad that they couldn't do the double XP weekend this weekend? The game's just as broken. What was so much worse this time around? I'm curious what this unforeseen error could have possibly been to be so bad they couldn't do a double XP weekend. Was it that they literally couldn't get their system to give people double XP? Like how unbelievably incompetent can they possibly be at this point? Like I can't wrap my head around video game developers being this incompetent. There has to be something going on. I also am not going to believe that EA or Disney's like, hey, make this game as bad as possible. I don't think that's happening either. As much as I hate EA, I don't even think that can possibly be what's going on. there's just no excuse for this at all. We're still waiting for a hot fix. It's been a month waiting for a hot fix.
I haven't really touched Battlefront. I played it on the stream last night for like a few matches, but I've played it almost not at all this entire month because I refuse to. It's broken. It's not fun. But like I've played a bunch of other games: No Man's Sky, Fortnite, Jurassic World. I've played a bunch of different stuff. Like almost every single game I've played this month has had a hotfix or some sort of patch. Fortnite had a hotfix the day after. No Man's Sky had a small patch, like a kind of like a hotfix, a few days after it launched on Xbox. Like, and then you still have Star Wars Battlefront 2, which is going on a month to hotfix their game. A month, and there's been no word. We don't know when we're going to get the stuff in August. We don't know anything. They could, I mean, we're obviously not getting a hotfix anymore. They're just going to pair it with August. So we're either going to get a patch at the beginning of August and they're going to push the Clone Wars stuff to the end of August, or they're going to just bundle everything in one little update in August, and then they're going to try to do another hotfix to fix all the bugs that are going to come with that update.
I guess. I mean, not to mention, we're supposed to be, even by our depressing predictions, we're supposed to be getting the beginning of the real Clone Wars content in a couple months. Even by our predictions. That doesn't look likely to me at all. They can't even do a hotfix at this point. I'm really starting to doubt when this content is going to come. 2 months seems far too soon because they seem more incompetent than they ever have, which is amazing because they've been incredibly incompetent to this point, and their incompetency just keeps growing. Like, the idea of getting 2 heroes with what they're doing right now, I can't see how they could possibly put it together. This is just ridiculous at this point.
No, this game is in the worst state it's ever been, like, player base wise. Like, more and more people are fed up and are stop playing every single day. Like, because we read the comments and we read other comments on other channels that are Star Wars related, and we read the Reddit and stuff, and more people are complaining about how they can't find matches across all consoles. So, and I've noticed it too, like, before I stopped playing, like, in the mornings, like, really late, because I work night shift, so, like, really, really late at night or early morning, it's hard to find lobbies, and that was before all these bugs. So I can't imagine how empty the lobbies are now.
Yeah, the longer this patch goes unfixed, which sounds like an oxymoron, by the way, a patch that needs to be fixed, but the longer this patch goes unfixed, the more pathetic the lobbies are going to get, and the less people are going to care about this Clone Wars content when and if it comes out. And I did say if. I really have gotten to the point where I'm like, are they actually not going to have this content? Because they seem so incompetent, it's hard for me to believe they can do it at this point, which I don't understand. We've gotten to the point where people have to defend the developers by saying it's because we weren't nice to them. That's where we've gotten to, because we've run out of reasons. When you get into the point where people aren't doing their jobs because people are not being nice to them, so they're deciding to boycott doing their jobs. Yeah, that's the excuse that we're stuck with right now.
The logic behind it is that people are so upset that EA doesn't want to give them funding because they see how many people are upset with the game. Which, I don't understand that. But
EA should just cancel the game like they did with Mass Effect if they're going to take that route. That doesn't make sense. I mean, they keep saying they want to keep this game alive for some reason and aren't seeming like they're putting any effort into actually keeping it alive. So I don't know what they're doing. And like you said, we're not getting another Star Wars game for at least a year and a few months. We're probably about 15 months away from the next Star Wars game. So it makes perfect sense to keep it alive.
Well, right now, Dennis looks like a complete moron. From where he came out at EA Play and was like, well, we're sorry, we're going to try to do better. We're going to jump into Clone Wars. We're going to have all this stuff. and then the very next month breaks everything, and they still haven't fixed it. There's been no word of fixing it. And it's not just this update. It's literally every single update that this video game has had for 9 to 10 months. I forget how many months it's been now. And every single patch has broken something, like, gameplay-wise. It's been game-breaking. We had the freaking heavies being broken. We've had Palpatine being broken multiple times. We've had Darth Maul being broken. We've had the ×2 meter being broken. We've had the credits out payouts being broken. We've had, like, now they had to turn Palpatine completely off.
Had the servers being broken.
Yeah, this isn't an EA problem. The current devs that are working on it obviously don't know what they're doing. They're not good developers. They're not.
I remember
it's plain and simple.
There's still complaints we had since the game came out that have never even been addressed because they're so far behind in all this other stuff. They can't even imagine doing those kind of things.
Yeah, Vader's choke's not
going to
be
The battle
fixed.
points are still kind of messed up. Like, just generally, like, I think maybe they should adjust the rewards for the heroes and stuff. But I could care less about that. I'd just like to play the game at all at this point. I wanted private match desperately when the game came out. Now I can't imagine that ever happening in my wildest dreams.
I did a podcast.
It's just insane.
Or like we did a podcast probably about maybe around January-ish, talking about how we didn't think we were ever going to get private match, and I think we were right. I don't think we are ever getting private match.
No,
and
I
if
have
we
to
do,
say, I think that was
it's going to
you.
be.
I don't think I was that negative yet, but I think.
Well, it's way
that,
too.
So I'll give you credit.
It's way
on
too
that.
late. Like, we will never get it, because even if we get it, say in January, who's going to play private match on this game in January? The remaining 5,000
And it was
people?
broken. It was broken in the first Battlefront, so I can't imagine what it's going to be in the second.
Oh, that's
So
yeah. They
it's
advertise
gonna
it. Here's
completely
private
not
match,
work.
and it's just garbage. The servers
The
don't
last
work.
thing-
And,
The last thing I'll say on this subject is we have talked about No Man's Sky a few times now on this channel, and streamed it too. Their big update was supposed to be this major fix, and them trying to have a huge rebound for their game that had a just disastrous release for multiple reasons. And then this was supposed to be their big fix update. And to their credit, they've gotten mostly a good reception with the new update and everything. That's all Battlefront 2 can pray for at this point. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but that's what they should be striving for, especially with the Clone Wars content. What they should do is just say, hey, look, forget all this crap of the roadmap. It's all BS now. We're going to put this game basically on ice for a while and almost re-release it with a gigantic update and actually change their ways. They're not going to do it. I'm not saying they're going to. But I am saying that that is what they should do. They should do what No Man's Sky did and have a gigantic update that releases everything at once and can kind of refurbish the game. That's all they can really do at this point.
Well,
this game is super dead. That's the best hope.
There's nothing they can do, because they have to give us stuff that they haven't announced yet. I'm talking like stuff that will prolong the life.
This is down the road. I'm talking next year. I'm talking 2019. There's no way this would ever be able to happen this year. They'd have to release this spring of next year. And
this game has to make it that far. Like, I'm talking about
it
this fall. Like, come Obi-Wan and Grievous, here's what's going to happen. We're going to get them. They're either going to be broken or something's going to be broken. People are going to play the crap out of Obi-Wan and Grievous. And they're going to play that new game mode. And then they're going to start to realize that, it's just the same maps over and over and over and over and over and over. And I don't have any new blasters. I don't have any new star cards. I don't have any new reinforcements. I don't have basically anything except for Obi-Wan and Grievous. And people are going to play the crap out of them and heroes versus villains. And the problem is you're going to get very fatigued of these two new heroes very quickly, because that's the only new content there is. Everyone's going to be trying to play as those two heroes, and then you're going to get burnt out.
if they did something like what I said, and even if it came out way later, it could give the game a like revival of some sort. It's not going to give them necessarily what they want, and the game would basically be pretty much dead in the time in between. But frankly, the game's dead anyway. I don't think they can revive it in these next few months, even with Clone Wars content, because I don't think either it's not going to come out or it's going to be so broken it's worthless. I think they're better off just almost starting from scratch, which is kind of what they essentially looked like they were trying to do with the whole progression system update and all, but God, it takes them a long time to restart it. So I just it's just sad. It's really, really sad. And the game had a ton of potential when it came out.
I want to see what Ben is going to say when he does get back, because I kind of want to hear what their excuses are.
He should say, "I quit." That would be my advice to Ben at this point.
I just want to know what they've been doing for an entire month, and who decided. Maybe they decided, if we can't communicate that the patch is going live, we just can't do it. Maybe that's what it is.
Nobody here knows how to use Twitter, so we can't we can't fix this because we can't tell anyone. Yeah, that's becoming one of the better logics at this point. So, yeah, hit up the comments, guys. What do you think's going on? What do you think's going on? Do you think we're right? Do you think we're idiots? Let us know in the comments down below. Like we just said a little earlier, we do read through the comments. It's interesting to see your guys' takes on everything, so let us know. Smash the like button, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications if you have not done so already. Take a look at our other videos as well. And we will talk to you guys in the next video.
We would be honored if you would join us. You cannot resist